Hi friends, welcome back to Anna Nail School English channel. So how often do you get to work with a nail like this? So this is a small short bitten nail bed, and then as you can see on the screen, the nail bed is literally teeny tiny. Okay, so I personally love to do a transformation from such nails to like a good looking like beautiful extensions. So today that's what we are going to do. So before I start, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel, and also please don't forget to like this video. So we are going to start with the first process, which is to push back the cuticle. So this client, she is a first timer and she has never got her nails done before, and they wanted to do it for a wedding function, and they had certain designs in their mind, and we were actually having a little conversation about how the nail bed is. So she said she like kind of wanted to grow it out a little bit, even though she's a nail biter. But as you can see, even though she's a nail biter, but her nail bed is actually literally very tiny. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to work on such nails. Okay, so here I am starting with a gentle pushback of the cuticle. So since she has never done extensions, obviously there is going to be a lot of cuticle dead skin around the cuticle area, so we need to carefully remove all of that. And another thing is, whenever we work with such nails, we have to be like really careful with the dry manicure part. And the reason is, anyways, when we do extensions on such nails, there is a high chance that it's not going to last for like 4 or 5 weeks or anything. Okay, so we normally recommend the client to come back in like 2.5 weeks time for a fill. So even if they lose like 1 or 2 nails in between, then we can fix that also. Okay, but anyways, this was like was for a special occasion, so we did share some tips and tricks so that they can keep it like safe and all. So now here I have just pushed back all the cuticles, and then I moved to my dry manicure. So for that I'm using my electric file, and as you can see, I have a red abrasive mark flame bit here, and the machine is at 18,000 rpm. So I'm gently removing the dead skin around the cuticle area, and as you can see, I'm like cleaning up the left side of the nail. So my machine is on a forward mode right here. So whenever we use an electric file, so now I switch to the reverse mode because I'm going from left side to the right side. So if you're going from left side to the right side, then you use your reverse mode, and if you're doing the other way, then you will go for the forward mode. In case if you want to learn how to do an e-file manicure or Russian manicure, you can join one of our classes, and all the details about the classes can be shared when you like message me on Instagram, or you can message me on my WhatsApp number, which is in the description box. Okay, coming back to the dry manicure, so I'm again taking my time here to just make sure that the dead skin around the cuticle is completely removed, and at the same time I'm also rolling the epinecum area so that I have like a good exposure around the cuticle area. So I take my time to do dry manicure for such nails, because we need the nails to last the maximum, right? So now that I am done with my electric file, I'm just going to switch to my hand file just to make sure that there is no shine on the nail plate. So I'm going to use a 180 grit hand file. I'm really gentle because I already cleaned the cuticle area with my flame bit, so I just want to like kind of remove the shine from the nail plate. So I'm just gently buffing it off. You can also use a 220 grit file in case if you see the client's nails are like thin or weak, but here even though the nails were tiny, but the nails were healthy, so I used a 180 grit hand file. In case if it's weak, as I mentioned, you can use a 220 or a 240 grit hand file. Now that we have removed all the shine, the last step is to like gently trim that excess dry skin around the epinecum area. Just be very careful when you do this. This is not like a must do step, because sometimes my clients or my students ask me like, is it a mandatory step? So to be frank, it's not a mandatory step, but if you see like large chunk of keratinized skin, then it's better to trim it off. If it's not like that big of a deal, then obviously you can avoid it. You can also use an electric file to do this, but you need either a ball bit or something similar. So I might make a video on how to do like Russian manicure using completely electric file. So I just got some new products, so I thought why not. So that will be up soon, but right now I'm using like a mix manicure. So I'm using like some implements and the electric file and the hand file, and I'm kind of using everything. So after this I just dusted off all the dust from the nail plate, and then now I'm using lint free clothes and then alcohol to clean the nail plate. Now the nail plates are clean, so now let's apply some dehydrator. So dehydrated basically removes oil moisture from your nail plate, and after the dehydrator we can start applying a thin layer of primer. So the primer and dehydrator I'm using here is from the brand called Model Ones. The primer I'm using is a acid free primer, and once this is done, then we can go ahead and apply our product. Now here is the trick. Since the nails are really tiny, bitten short nails, we can't really do a tip application here. So I have decided to go with a foam fitting and a foam nail sculpting basically. So I peeled off the sticker from the foam, and then I attached the nail and I just marked the corners using my scissor. You can also use a sketch pen or something to like mark the corners, and then we have like a really opened up foam here. Okay, and now we are going to attach the foam. Just make sure that black line at the center is aligned with the center side of your natural nail. Okay, once that is okay, then you can slightly pinch and close the foam, and just make sure your foam is really nice and tight around the hypenicum area. Okay, so just making sure everything is tight. You can also ask the client if she feels like it's tight or not. Okay, and after that we are going to start with our product application. So today I'm using Model One's clear acrylic gel. The reason I'm using clear acrylic gel is because my client wanted a jelly finish nail extensions. So for that, obviously if we have like a clear base, then that's the best choice we can make. So here I'm going to start applying the product. So as you can see, the monomer is also from the same brand. So I'm going to take a bead. I'm going to start building the nails. So we are going for an almond shape, but since it's a really small nail, so I'm not sure I can directly build the almond nails here. So almond nails anyways, it's a little tricky to build, so I just decided I'll go with the flow. So we started with a bead, and I started at the free edge, and then I left the bead there, and then I'm using my brush to kind of like make it reach corner to corner. Even though the nail bed is small, it's a little wider. So for such nails, almond shapes are the best choice. But obviously if your client is saying okay, I want a different shape, then you can give it. But the best recommended size the shape is almond shape. So first bead we have already done. So now I'm taking a second bead. Very gently I'm covering the cuticle, and then I'm going to blend it with the first bead. Okay, so now when you're doing this, if you see that the free edge is not thick enough, then you can go ahead and add a little bit more product. But I think in my case the thickness was good enough, so you can finish it and then you can move on to the next stage. So I followed the same process for all the nails, and we have kind of finished off the application. So now we can remove the foams just by pinching like that. So you can just take it off, and after that you can use a hand file to file and shape it. So I'm going to use the same hand file I used, 100-180 grit. I'm going to start from the side walls so that I can give it a rough shaping first, and then I'm going to just do the rest of the filing. After the filing, buffing and cleaning, this is how the nails looks like. Now we are going to apply the jelly nude color here. So this polish is from the brand called Canny. It's a HEMA free gel. So before apply, I just I'm mixing the product here, because obviously all this the weather is cold and everything is kind of frozen, right, kind of. So I'm just rolling it in between my palms, and then I'm going to start applying the product. Okay, so we decided to go with just one layer, because that was giving a complete jelly finish. And after that we also added a little bit of nail art from a reference picture, and it all turned out really pretty. So I'm going to show you the final finish of the nails, and let me know how you like it. So the client was really happy, and she did mehendi on her hands, and then everything was looking really pretty together. So that's the tutorial today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please don't forget to like, share and comment on this video, and also subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon on my next video. Until then, take care. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.